Hi, my name is Hasna and I was born with MRKH, Myokatansky-Kuster-Hauser syndrome. I am 1 in 5,000 females born this way. I am Muslim and I am a British Bangladeshi woman and I live in the UK. So my coping mechanisms have been quite varied over the years. At the beginning, some were quite unhealthy, but now I will share with you my positive coping mechanisms. Because I am from a very conservative family background, certain subjects or any subject that is uncomfortable, they were just never addressed in my household, never spoken of. So being told at the age of 18 that I was born different, that was hard for me, for my family, just to accept and understand. And the doctors had told me at the time that I was the only one born this way. So I felt totally isolated and alone. And this was like the start of my MRKH journey. But what I did, because I was shamed into silence by my family, they didn't want me to speak of it because they said, what would people say? What will society say? How will we answer any questions? That was their primary concern. And I felt really alone and lost, who can I speak to? Nobody seemed to understand. And because I was told I couldn't speak of it, I had to just bottle it all up. And on the surface, I was happy leading my life, but inside I carried all this trauma inside me. So my way of coping was through prayer. So I have a strong faith and I looked up and I, researched into the different concepts of my religion, and there's 3 concepts that have really helped me. Is sabr, that means patience in the will of God. Shukr, which is gratitude. So gratitude has really helped me because having a gratitude mindset is, it just makes sense to me, because in every situation there's always a blessing to be found. No matter how hard a moment it is or a time it is, there might be something good in that you can learn from or just sort of grow from. So I always look for the blessings in a situation, and that comes from the sabr and the shukr, the patience and the gratitude. And there's another Islamic concept called tawakkul. Tawakkul means to have full faith in God's plan for you. So to know that there's a greater purpose that, I didn't know of at the time, that helped me when I was 18 and I was feeling so why me? Why have I been born this way? What's the purpose to me? Is there any reason for me to be alive? All these things that were going through my head. Having looked into tawakkul, looked into God's greater purpose, that helped me a lot to just keep going. And also, I think I'm a firm believer in everything happens for a reason. So all of that comes from my faith. And I still do that daily. I look for my blessings. I look for ways that I can be grateful. I live with disabilities that present different challenges as well. So having that in my life really helps me cope. So I always put my hands up in prayer and I'll talk to God, I'll cry to God, and I'll let it all out. And that gives me such a sense of relief, and it helps. Another coping mechanism for me has been writing. So this is my journal at the moment. I have lots of journals which I write in and have written in over the years. Writing gives me a sense of release as well, because I was never allowed to express myself verbally before. I found that writing was my way of making sense of my internal and external world. That's really helped me. My writing can be in the form of like journal entries, letters. Sometimes I write letters to myself or my, like my past self. These kind of things, it might sound strange, but it's helped me. And I also love poetry. So sometimes I'll write poems. I don't often share them with people, but they help me make sense of my mind and my world around me. I also love to draw and to sketch. When things get quite overwhelming, I'll often, first I'll turn to prayer, then to my writing, and I'll do sketching and drawing, and that calms me. Other techniques that I've learnt that help me have come from my psychological therapy sessions that I've had at Queen Charlotte and Chelsea Hospital from 2015 onwards. I had therapy sessions, and my psychologist helped me to learn breathing techniques that can help me when I'm having like a panic attack or an anxiety attack. I have a lot of like traumas, and because of that I was going to like a fight to a flight mode. So she taught me how to do grounding techniques. So that really helps me as well, like in the here and the now. So sometimes if it's like a very difficult situation, I will remember to do my breathing, and I'll remember to try and ground myself, like hold on to something, count down. All these kind of like methods help, but also reciting my prayers. There's lots of short Islamic du'as, prayers, that I recite in my mind, and that helps me as well to breathe and calm. And then, like I still talk to God through Salah, which is prayer again. And that keeps me going on a day-to-day basis. I do my daily writing. And these are my coping mechanisms. And another factor that's really helped me to understand and reach MRKH acceptance has been connecting to my worldwide network of MRKH sisters, many of whom are spread all around the globe and here in England as well. Without their understanding, I feel like since I've found them in 2015, it's given me a sense of like belonging, like I'm not alone with this, and there are many women out there, and that helped me to speak up and speak out about MRKH, because I thought, why are we silent? Why are we told to be quiet about it? Why can't we own who we are? So I'm still on my journey of MRKH and my life journey, and I'm proud of who I've become now as a result of MRKH. And I do hope that my coping mechanisms help you in some way, anyone who's watching this video. And thank you for watching and listening to me.